सप्तकोशी ओपिसी सिमेन्ट पूर्वको गौरव।
BFM 91.2 BFM 91.2 100% तपाईको वहाँ 100% तपाईको।
आगामी कार्यक्रमको साथमा कोहिनोर चस्मा घर, रङ्गेली रोड, विराटनगर। कोहिनोर चस्मा घर फर बेटर vision.
The VAR Show. The one place for your weekly football update.
So, hello and welcome to the VAR Show. This show talks about various major football leagues around the world in detail. So, this includes gossips, transfer rumors, controversies, statistics, facts, banters, and much more for you. So, you are listening to this show at BFM 91.2, airing every Friday at 7 p.m. You can also tune in through the Hamro Patro app or through bfm912.com. You have various options in store for you. So today we have Prakash with us as the technician looking after the technical aspects of the show. So what's in the show? Well, something different from what we have usually. So let's dig in to our first segment. Before that, we'll play a song for you. Do or Die by Afrojack versus 30 Seconds to Mars.
In the middle of the night, when the angels scream, I don't wanna live a life that I believe. Time to do and die. I will never forget the moment, the moment. I will never forget the moment. And the story goes on. It's a dark embrace. In the beginning was the light of the dawning age. Time to be alive. I will never forget the moment, the moment. I will never forget this night we sang, we sang.
So welcome back. So now moving into our first segment. Well, before that, we would like to inform you this is our 20th week. So can you believe it? Well, I cannot. Time has flown very fast. So anyways, moving into our first segment, as usual, which used to be the Premier League or popularly called the EPL, but this week, due to the pandemic caused by novel coronavirus or so-called COVID-19, we will try our best to keep you entertained and provide you some spicy football juicy news. So first, but we have a sad news coming up first up. India have lost one of their greatest football talents this week. So, and that happened to be Mr. Chuni Goswami. So we remember him in our prayers. Rest in peace, Mr. Chuni Goswami. The French League 1 and League 2 seasons will not resume after French banned all sporting events, including behind closed doors, until September. French Prime Minister Edouard Philippe has said that the 1920 sporting season was over. He announced plans to ease France's coronavirus lockdown on May 11th. So that's it from the French league season. PSG were 12 points clear of second place Marseille with 10 games left to play. Toulouse are bottom of the table, 17 points from CFT, so that's sad news for Toulouse, and 10 points behind Amiens. Names are 18th and are in the relegation playoff spot, 3 points behind Saint-Denis in the 17th. So good news coming in, only good news coming in from the French league is PSG stand declared as the champions of League 1 yet again. But that was not all. The Dutch First Division was also suspended last Friday. With no promotions or no relegations, no champions, Ajax and Alkmaar were joint tops of the table with 56 points each. Ajax had a superior goal difference. Fortuna Sittard, Edo Den Haag and RK Waalwijk were in the relegation zone. Well, the Dutch league was declared null and void, so you could not have any champions, no relegations. The league this season stands null and void. The Belgian league, which was declared null and void earlier, has surprisingly come back as the Belgian clubs postponed a vote on confirming the cancellation of the top flight until the next week. So that's some good news coming in from Belgium. However, one body that is not happy with the decision of the season being declared null and void is UEFA. They had earlier tried to warn leagues not to cancel the season, and failing to complete the season may result in no Champions League spot for the country. So that is some added bad news coming in for Ajax, who have been performing so well in the Europe's greatest league games, championships. So UEFA has now said it will use on-field performance to determine which club will make up for the next season's European club competitions for league which cannot be completed. In other news, FIFA's Michael de Hoog told Sky Sports on Tuesday that it is not possible to restart before social contact was permitted, as he felt September was a realistic target keeping the fact in mind. But UEFA's medical chief, Professor Tim Meyer, chairman of the UEFA's medical committee, as well as the newly formed UEFA's medical subgroup examining issue around the play, has different view on the matters. He stated it is definitely possible to plan for the suspended 1920 season to restart. Only time will tell who is correct amongst the two. Well, continuing with that, the Premier League are geared towards holding further talks this week as it targets to return behind closed doors in June. Well, this has certainly got to do considering the finances in mind. Well, a big point regarding that is 762 million pounds is reported amount of TV rights money that will be protected if the Premier League is resumed and concluded. Huge money are at stake and decisions need to be taken wisely. Well, that's a huge sum of money regarding Premier League. However, sport will only resume when the government is satisfied its own measures are in place. On that note, we will take our first break, but before that, any guesses? Well, it's no rocket science. We play some of the coolest songs in the market, so diving in straight to the second song of the day, Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk up. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone up there will find me. Till then I walk alone. I'm walking down the line that divides me somewhere in my mind, on the borderline of the edge and where I walk alone. Read between the lines what's stuffed up and everything's alright. Check my vital signs and know I'm still alive, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk up. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone up there will find me. Till then I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one, and I walk up. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone up there will find me. Till then I walk alone.
सोमानी ड्युरा ग्रेस लन्च पूर्वाञ्चलको एक मात्र सोरुम सिटी मार्बलमा सोमानीका ड्युरा ग्रेस ठुला ठुला टाइल्सका साथसाथै जेक्वायरका फर्सेट र सेनेटरी वेयरका साथै मार्बल ग्रेनाइट मार्बल फ्लोगार्डका सीपीभीसी पीवीसी फिटिङ र पीवीसी बोर्डहरू खोजे जस्तो उचित मूल्यमा पाउनुहुनेछ।
सिटी मार्बल विराटनगर भिरकुडी चोक डीएसपी रोड।
फोन 021 52 71 81 52 71 81।
नमस्ते। जब हामीले एक अर्कालाई भेट्छौँ त्यो बेलामा ह्यान्डसेक होइन, फिस्ट बम्प होइन, हाई फाइभ होइन, नमस्ते
Let's each of us make individual efforts so that all of us can stay safe. Namaste.
नबिल बैंक सँगै अघि।
नयाँ घरको नयाँ खुसीमा झाल र ढोकाले दियो धोका। झालको कुई तान्दा तान्दै भाङ्गियो, किराको किरकिर सुन्दा सुन्दै मक्कियो। घामले भयो फुस्रो दुस्रो, छैन खुसी छैन हाँसो, भयो ठुलो धोका ए धोका ए धोका।
झ्याल र ढोकाबाट धोका नपाउन लगाउनुहोस् स्वदेशमै निर्मित गुणस्तरीय नेपाटप UPVC को झ्याल र ढोका। न बाङ्गिएला भन्ने डर, न त खिया र धमिरा लाग्ने पीर, घाम पानीले असर नगर्ने, फुट्ने र चर्किने झन्झटबाट मुक्ति पाइने, वन जङ्गल पनि नमासिने, वातावरण मैत्री, साउन्ड प्रुफ, बजारमा उपलब्ध काठ र एल्युमिनियम फ्रेमहरूको उत्कृष्ट विकल्प। झ्याल र ढोका अब दिँदैन धोका। नेपाटप सब ठिकठाक।
बचत पनि गर्नु पर्छ, ऋण पनि चाहिन्छ, सुरक्षा र सहज सेवा बैंकबाटै पाइन्छ। बैंकमा खाता अझै खोलौँ, राख्नुहुन्न भाका, गाउँ सहर जताततै प्रभु बैंकको शाखा। समृद्धिको सहयात्री प्रभु बैंक नै रोजौँ, बैंक रोज्दा आज होइन भोलिसम्म सोचौँ।
160 भन्दा बढी शाखा भएको प्रभु बैंक सँगै कारोबार गरौँ। प्रभु बैंक, विश्वास लिन्छौँ, विश्वास दिन्छौँ।
भाटभटेनी सुपर स्टोरको ट्राफिक सचेतना।
मोटरसाइकलमा 3 जना चढी यात्रा नगरौं।
मोटरसाइकल चलाउँदा सदैव हेलमेटको प्रयोग गरौं।
जथाभावी बाटो काट्ने र ओभरटेक गर्ने जस्ता कार्य नगरौं।
सवारी साधन चलाउँदा सवारी साधनका कागज पत्र दुरुस्त राखौं।
सवारी साधन तोकिएको स्थानमा रोकी यात्रुलाई चढाउने र ओह्राल्ने गरौं।
सवारी साधनको प्रयोगका बेलामा मोबाइलमा कुरा नगरौं।
ट्राफिक नियमको पालना गरौं, सभ्य नागरिकको परिचय दिउँ।
जिल्ला ट्राफिक कार्यालय मोरङको समन्वयमा भाटभटेनी सुपर स्टोरद्वारा जनहितमा जारी।
खुसीको खबर, अब विराटनगरमै पहिलो पटक दाँत सम्बन्धी सम्पूर्ण उपचार अत्याधुनिक उपकरणबाट।
त्रिभुवन विश्वविद्यालयका गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट डाक्टर पवन मेहताद्वारा अब लोक सेवा डेन्टल क्लिनिक विराटनगरमा अत्याधुनिक उपकरणबाट दाँत सम्बन्धी सम्पूर्ण समस्याको उपचार गरिन्छ। तपाईँ पनि सम्झनुहोस्।
स्तरीय सर्वसुलभ र भरपर्दो उपचारका लागि लोक सेवा डेन्टल क्लिनिक विराटनगर 5 बरगाछी।
सम्पर्क 9807 24 167, 9807 24 167।
टाइल्स, मार्बल, ग्रेनाइट, सिबी फिटिङ्स, बाथवेयर र सेनेटरीका लागि पूर्वाञ्चलमै पहिलो एक्सक्लुसिभ सोरुम रोयल मार्बल अब विराटनगरमा। रोयल मार्बल प्राइभेट लिमिटेड, हाम्रो अस्पताल अगाडि एयरपोर्ट मोड। 021 460 231 र 98 017 083 33।
रोयल मार्बल, एक्सपिरियन्स द रोयल लिभिङ।
रम्नु छ झुम्नु छ सङ्गीतको साथ, BFM के आवाज छ सबैको माझ। सुन्दै जाऊ, सुनाउँदै जाऊ, BFM 91.2, 100% तपाईँको।
So welcome back to the VAR show. Well, we have some fresh news, maybe reports coming in from Italy. So all 20 clubs in the Italian Serie A have voted in favor of resuming the 1920 season whenever possible, while the president of Serie A, Paolo Del Pino, has stated that yes, he actually wants the season to continue and resume and finish on a high note. Well, it's a matter of profession, and he certainly believes that profession is important for everyone. But he also mentioned that he would strictly adhere to the government advice and look after whatever is prescribed by the government, as we all know that Italy has been devastatingly struck by the coronavirus pandemic. So, well, that was some fresh news coming in straight from Italy. Well, now we have an interview coming up. So stay tuned. Like always, we have interviews coming up during this pandemic, so we'll continue with that. And this week we have some interesting interview for you, so continue listening to us.
The VAR Show. The one place for your weekly football update.
Hola, very warm welcome to the VAR Show, the show which talks about all the various major football leagues in detail. Today we are going to continue the theme of interviews, and we have a very influential figure in the Indian footballing culture as of today and hopefully in the future also. So we have none other than the manager of Bengaluru FC, Mr. Carl Quadrat. For those who do not know, Bengaluru FC is an Indian professional football club based in Bengaluru, Karnataka. The club competes in the Indian Super League. It used to compete in the I-League before. Since their foundation, the club has won 2 I-League titles, including one in the debut season, 2 Federation Cup titles, 1 Indian Super League title and a Super Championship. They became the champions of 2018-2019 Indian Super League season, defeating FC Goa in the final. The club is owned and operated by the Mumbai-based JSW Group and play their home games at Sri Kantirva Stadium, and I have been to one of those games and it's quite electrifying. As for Mr. Carl Quadrat, he is the product of La Masia Academy, which you all might have heard, also produced a lot of great players. So in 2009, Quadrat joined former FC Barcelona manager Frank Rijkaard's technical team as physical trainer at Turkish giants Galatasaray. He was also in the technical staff with Frank Rijkaard at Saudi Arabia between 2011 and 2013. However, in 2014, when Albert Roca, who was assistant coach to Frank Rijkaard at Galatasaray and Saudi Arabia, became manager of El Salvador, he enlisted services of Quadrat as assistant coach. He then followed Albert Roca to Bengaluru FC as his assistant coach before eventually taking the reins at Bengaluru FC in 2018. Since then, he has guided Bengaluru FC to their maiden Indian Super League title in 2018-2019 season and has made the playoffs of each and every subsequent seasons after that. And in the process has also set a host of records which probably will never be beaten, or at least in the near future. So without wasting much time, I would like to thank Mr. Quadrat for coming on the show. Thank you and welcome to the show. And firstly, I would like to ask you, how are you and what are you doing during this pandemic period?
Thank you for calling me. Situation here in Spain is getting better, you know, about coronavirus. There is the number of people getting the virus is going down, so we hope that in the next weeks can be even better. And about me, doing that kind of work that we do, the coaches, when we are at home, you know, so it means scouting players, getting ready for the next season, and having that kind of interviews and conversations that the one that I'm having with you.
Okay, first I would like, I have stayed in Bangalore for quite a while, you know. I have attended one of your matches. I was in Bangalore for around 7 years and I attended only one match. That was when you all played Northeast United, I think last year. It was a 1-1 draw. So okay. How do you find the footballing culture in Bangalore, like, or in India in general? Like,
for me, it has been 4 years working in India, and I really can see that the football is developing. I think that the idea of the Indian Super League was a great idea to try to invest in good facilities, good crowds going to the pitch, good TV production games, and of course also bringing good foreigner players and good foreigner coaches. And after 6 editions of the Super League, I think that you can see the level that it's going up year after year.
So this was your first major full-time job as a manager. Like, you had been in the backroom staff for quite a while, maybe in Galatasaray. Like, were you anxious or excited while taking the job? Like, how is it different how different is it from being a backroom staff and being like the face of the club, like like with all the pressure and handling everything?
Yeah, you're right. There is quite a few interesting difference because you can be a sportsman and you can be a very professional football man, like I have been in my life, playing football, being physical coach, being assistant coach. But it's true that when you are the one taking decisions, everything changes. Because at the end, what is going to happen in the pitch, it's just your responsibility. You can have people around you helping you, a lot of conversations, a lot of ideas, but what is going to happen, the 11 players that are going to play, the decisions that they are going to take in the pitch, it depends on you. So it's true that it means a completely different scenario. For me, it was a challenge because you never know if you are ready for that until you try it. So for me, it was a challenge, but it was wonderful that the first year that I have to take that challenge, we become Super League champions. So that kind of situation helps me to think that I am in the right way and I am enjoying that way. I think that I am in the good club to develop my ideas, and until now I'm very happy of the experience.
So we now move into a short break. We will continue with our conversation with Quadrat and see you on the other side of the break. We first have few news coming up. Again, another very quick news for you. Well, Aranguiz, who is a player from Bayer Leverkusen, was set to expire his contract in this coming summer, but he has happened to sign a new contract with them and he will stay with them until 2023. So good news for some Bayern fans. He was one of the prime targets for the champions of Germany. So the competitors have managed to keep him till 2023. And yes, Gary Neville has some concepts for the Premier League to consider. He is suggesting them that they should try to move their games, try to complete the season and move the games to hotspot free of coronavirus within the European nations. So maybe not Premier League will consider his options. So but anyways, thank you Neville for your options. With that we move into a song, and that's Audio by LSG featuring Maverick, Sia and Diplo. Enjoy the song.
When the world's saying they got no hope, here comes the love. We got audio. Flying high, superhero. S on my chest with my Marilyn Monroe. Feel like a star. We got audio.
Make the bum bum beat, I'll give you melody. Make the bum bum beat, I'll give you melody. Make the song so sweet, you gon' come on with me. Make it bambi. I'll give you melody and make the song so sweet. Come on with me,
शिला धेरै दिनपछि भेट भयो नि। पहिलेको भन्दा तिमी त निकै फेरेछौ।
ए हो र, जबदेखि मैले खुकुरी ब्रान्ड शुद्ध तोरीको तेल प्रयोग गरेँ तबदेखि नै म स्वस्थ छु र मेरा परिवार पनि स्वस्थ नै छन्। त्यसैले म तिमीलाई पनि अलि महँगो भए तापनि यही खुकुरी ब्रान्ड शुद्ध तोरीको तेल नै प्रयोग गर्ने सल्लाह दिन्छु।
त्यसो भए म पनि आजदेखि यही खुकुरी ब्रान्ड शुद्ध तोरीको तेल नै प्रयोग गर्छु।
हजुर, 2 दशकदेखि उपलब्ध हुँदै आएको उही हाम्रो खुकुरी ब्रान्ड शुद्ध तोरीको तेल नै प्रयोग गरी ढुक्क हौं।
विश्व शिखरको फेरि सप्तकोशी मुहान छाती बनेर हाँसा इलामको बगान मिथिलाको सभ्यता सप्तकोशीको नाम बन्दैछ आज उही पूर्वको अर्को सान सिमेन्ट सप्तकोशी गौरव बनिरहेछ विकासको बाटोलाई सधैँ कोरिरहेछ।
सप्तकोशी ओपिसी सिमेन्ट पूर्वको गौरव।
आयो फेरि आयो है बागमती प्लास्टिक गाउँ सहर सबैको घर घर बागमती प्लास्टिक। यो गौरव नेपालको प्लास्टिकका सामानहरूमा सबैभन्दा पहिलो, कहिल्यै नटुट्ने कहिल्यै नफुट्ने बागमतीका राइनो ब्रान्डका प्लास्टिकका सामानहरू तपाईहरुको चोक बजारमा फेरि आयो है। राइनो
राइनो अनब्रेकेबल।
मेरी स्टप्स नेपाल यो कोभिड-19 को संकटको घडीमा तपाईहरुको सुरक्षाका लागि सबै आवश्यक उपायहरू अपनाउनु हुन अनुरोध गर्दछ। आफ्नो हात साबुन पानीले नियमित रूपमा राम्रोसँग धुनुहोस् र सकेसम्म सामाजिक भेटघाटबाट बच्नुहोस्। हामी सार्वजनिक स्वास्थ्य प्रणालीको एउटा अंशको रूपमा काम गर्ने भएकोले हामीले हाम्रा मेरी स्टप्सका केही सेवा केन्द्रहरू यहाँहरूका लागि खुला गरेर नेपाल सरकार र सेवाग्राहीहरूलाई सहयोग गरिरहेका छौँ। साथसाथै यो समयमा सुरक्षित गर्भपतन र परिवार नियोजन सेवा नियमित रूपले प्रदान गरिरहेका छौँ। थप जानकारी वा आफ्नो अनुकूल सेवा समय लिनका लागि मेरी साथी निशुल्क हेल्पलाइन 1660 01 19756 वा 9801 19756 मा सम्पर्क गर्नुहोस्।
BFM 91.2 सुन्दै जाऊ, BFM 91.2 सुनाउँदै जाऊ।
Okay, like I just could not stop myself from asking this question. Okay, so it's like, do you have any young player coming through the ranks who is exceptionally good and according to you has a bright future from Bangalore?
Yeah, it's a difficult question because talent is there, but you never know how the player is going to react after the exposure, after the press, that means to play in a big club like Bengaluru. For me, one of the guys that are getting successful in that is Suresh. Suresh have been starting, slowly, step by step, and once he has been part of the lineup, he has been keeping consistent in his performance. But you have to manage different kind of situations. And for example, in the semi-final, he was really unfortunate making that penalty to Williams, because we were knowing that, we were showing videos to the players about be careful, because these veteran players like to go down in the box, so be careful. And now he has to have a learning from that, he has to be understanding that the top competitions demand you all the time good decisions. And it has been the same also for Ashik and the penalty that he got in Goa. So they are critical moments that give you bad results. You are losing points, you are losing the opportunity to win a final. And it's something that you cannot let yourself to do 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, because otherwise you are really doing bad things for the team. So it's what I mean. We have talent, and that talent has to be playing in the top level and not making mistakes. Once they can do that, they can become, a player consistent in the lineup, and they can go to the national team. But it means about to take 99% good decisions during a football game. Otherwise, you cannot be in the competition.
Okay, I'll ask you. We have 2 more questions. The first one is, you have been there for so long. You have played in the I League and the ISL. What do you think is the difference between them? Like, which one do you prefer?
Yeah, it's very clear. The rhythm of competition, it's higher in Super League. There is no question about that. Then also the quality of the foreigners. I honestly think that they are better in the Super League. And of course, Indian players. If you see the national team, all the players in the national team come from the Indian Super League. I think that after the time that I have been here in India, I really can see, when I see a football game, that the level is better in Indian Super League. Another thing is when you play one against each other. When you play one against each other, it's football, and maybe the other teams give an extra, and in the Super League teams get a little bit down in his mental achievement to the game, or that kind of things, and any result can happen. But if you talk about the full league, I really can see that Indian Super League is developing more the talent.
Okay, I had a lot of questions, but I think we have time constraint. Okay, so I'll ask you only one question. So none of the question or interview is complete without asking, whom do you prefer, Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah, well, I have no question about that. For me, Lionel Messi is the best player that I have been.
But are you being biased because of your Barcelona connections?
No, I see that he is doing for the game a lot of more things that Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is an excellent player, of course, a top scorer. He can get a lot of different goals, but the way to play the game, I think that Leo Messi has a better vision of the game, has a better interaction with the players. He also has better numbers about assistance, about goals, about anything. So I have no question about that. Respect for CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo, but for me it's clear.
Okay, I'll just ask you one question. I'm so sorry I'm asking you so many questions, but do you think like ISL has to be made longer? Maybe you have a 8 or 9 month long season, or maybe like how you have in Europe. Do you think that will improve the football of India, or is the...
Of course, it has to be. It has to be, because as many games the players can play in a competition, the better they are going to improve. There is no question about that. And for India, it's important that, you know, if European national team players play 60 games per season, they have an advantage, because in Indian international players, maybe they play 30 games, you know, so you have to change that. But for me, the best way to change that is increasing the number of teams in Indian Super League. I really have my questions about to make a 3 rounds competition, you know, because after that, always you are going to have different number of games at home or away, you know, it makes things a little bit strange, you know. So for me, the best solution is to have a league of 16 or 18 teams that can be in the Super League and that we can play 2 rounds. So it means at least a decent number of games.
So on that note, so that was Bengaluru FC coach Mr. Carl Squadron. Thank you so much for talking to us, and we wish you all the best for your future campaign, and wish you win all the possible trophies, maybe AFC Cup, everything, and hope we can talk again soon, maybe after you are champions again. So thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much, and greetings from for everybody in Nepal. All the best.
Thank you so much.
So that was Mr. Carl Squadrat, manager of the Bengaluru FC. So now we move into another break, but for that we'll play the song Animals by Martin Garrix. So see you on the other side of the break.
Spinning TV.
फेरि उठ्नेछ नेपाल, फेरि उठ्नेछ नेपाल। कसम छ यो मातृभूमिको, सामना यस विपत्तिको गर्नेछौँ एक भई सदा झै सँगै छुट्नेछ नेपाल, फेरि उठ्नेछ नेपाल।
आओ सबै मिली लकडाउनलाई पूर्ण रूपले पालना गरी कोरोना विरुद्धको यस लडाईँलाई जिताऊ। मेरो देश, मेरो जगदम्बा सिमेन्ट।
नयाँ घरको नयाँ खुसीमा झाल र ढोकाले दियो धोका। झालको कुई तान्दा तान्दै भाङ्गियो, किराको किरकिर सुन्दा सुन्दै मक्कियो। घामले भयो फुस्रो दुस्रो, छैन खुसी छैन हाँसो, भयो ठुलो धोका ए धोका ए धोका।
झ्याल र ढोकाबाट धोका नपाउन लगाउनुहोस् स्वदेशमै निर्मित गुणस्तरीय नेपाटप UPVC को झ्याल र ढोका। न बाङ्गिएला भन्ने डर, न त खिया र धमिरा लाग्ने पीर। घाम पानीले असर नगर्ने, फुट्ने र चर्किने झन्झटबाट मुक्ति पाइने, वन जङ्गल पनि नमासिने, वातावरण मैत्री, साउन्ड प्रुफ। बजारमा उपलब्ध काठ र आल्मुनियम फ्रेमहरूको उत्कृष्ट विकल्प। झ्याल र ढोका अब दिँदैन धोका। नेपाटप सब ठिकठाक।
मञ्जुश्री फाइनान्स लिमिटेडमा सजिलो कर्जा, सधैँ जान्छु अप्ठ्यारो पर्दा।
के भन्छ यो जितु भतिज, हैन के छ त्यस्तो सुविधा, लु भन्नु त।
कृषि, साना व्यापार, घराइसी र सामाजिक कर्जा, कृषि योग्य जग्गा धितो राख्न सकिने सजिलो र झन्झट मुक्त कर्जा प्रक्रिया। ल भन्नुस् यस्तो कर्जा कहाँ?
आहा, सजिलो कर्जा मञ्जुश्री फाइनान्स लिमिटेडमा।
साथै निक्षेपमा आकर्षक ब्याज दर, मुद्दती निक्षेपमा पाउने 11 देखि 11% सम्म ब्याज दर र बचत खातामा 8.5% सम्म ब्याज दर। मञ्जुश्री फाइनान्स लिमिटेड, शाखा कार्यालय महेन्द्र चोक पश्चिम विराटनगर। फोन नम्बर 021 52 11 94 52 11 95।
अब मेरो नयाँ साथी हेलो टु भेनस स्किन एन्ड हेयर ट्रान्सप्लान्ट क्लिनिक, कोशी अञ्चल अस्पताल उत्तरपट्टि, MR डायग्नोस्टिक भवनको दोस्रो तल्ला, विराटनगर। 9810 55 0316 www.venus.com.np। अब बन्ने होइन त एक्स्ट्रा अर्डिनरी।
हरेक प्रहर, हरेक सहर, हरेक
So hello guys and welcome to our last segment. Well, as we know, the interview was very informative, and thanks to Mr. Quadrat for being a part of this interview. And if you want to give your perspectives, please message us in our Facebook page, The VAR Show. Let us jump into the fantasy world of juicy, spicy and tangy football news, which may include rumors which are outright lies. Well, warning you again, outright lies. But never say never in football. Let's release the Kraken. So first up we have Xabi Alonso, the former Liverpool midfielder, is one of the leading candidates to become Pep Guardiola's new assistant at Manchester City, staying at Manchester City. Well, Manchester City are reportedly locked in a transfer battle with Liverpool and Manchester United to sign the Leeds United loanee Ben White this summer. The Brighton defender has impressed during his time at the Ellen Road. My God, Manchester City are everywhere and everywhere in the transfer market. Every player is almost linked with them. Well, finances talk. Koulibaly, the Napoli centre-back, has informed his entourage that he is not convinced by the move to PSG even if a substantial offer is made. Well, that's some big statement. And it is more interesting, he is more interested in heading towards England. And well, again you have City connections with that. Apparently, Maurizio Pochettino is Newcastle's prospective new owner. Well, Pochettino getting sacked from Tottenham Hotspurs and the new owners coming in for the Newcastle. This was certainly coming up. This news was certainly going to air. And he becomes the number one choice to be the next manager at the St. James Park, and they are willing to pay him a huge sum of 19 million a year to take charge of the club. Well, I'm talking in terms of pounds. Former Tottenham boss Maurizio Pochettino is motivated for his next project. Well, you always are motivated when you get such a huge sum of money. But he wants to return to the club one day, that is his former club Tottenham, and finish the job that he started, which is probably never going to happen. Well, we are just making statements here. Well, we do not guarantee it because we don't think Spurs can win the Premier League or the Champions League anytime soon. They came the closest in the past season, ending up as the runner-up in the Champions League, but we still do not believe they are the champions elect coming anytime soon. So especially with the likes of Daniel Levy in charge of the club, who is very stingy. Tanguy Ndombele is said to be considering his future at Tottenham amid interest from Barcelona. A close source of the French midfielder has told the Sky Sport News that although he has no problems with Spurs nor manager Jose Mourinho, Ndombele is currently unsettled and is having a difficult start to the life at Premier League. Well, former Manchester United striker Andy Cole is starting a research fund aimed at helping to improve kidney transplants and patients' well-being. The 48-year-old suffered kidney failure in 2015 and thereafter underwent a life-saving transplant 3 years ago. With the former striker currently in isolation due to coronavirus pandemic, well, kudos to you, Cole, and all the best. Well, for all those who have been listening to us, following us, might know that we have got into conversations with some of the big names in the sports, like the strength and conditioning coach of Gokulam Kerala FC from I-League, Mr. Janan Minandra Garcia, former manager of Bengaluru FC, which hails from I-League and now is the part of ISL, Ashley Westwood, manager of Friends Club from Nepal's first division, Marcus Dantas, and as you heard today, manager of Bengaluru FC, Carl Squadrak. So for those who are new to our show as well as the old ones, please tune into our Facebook page for the interview flashbacks and keep showering us with your love and support. Follow us for more such interviews, great contents coming up for you. Well, before we end, I would like to give information to our Chelsea fans. There have been talks. Well, when talking about talks, actually the Chelsea fans themselves have linked Chelsea over to new keepers. Well, you name any, Donnarumma, you name Andre Onana, you name any. Well, they have started linking the club to each and every keeper around, considering them as a transfer market targets, with Kepa Arrizabalaga not performing good for the club. But Kepa Arrizabalaga has stated that he wants to win trophies with the club, and yes, Lampard still has full confidence in him and he is certainly dying to do good for the club. Well, I don't know if that comes as a good news or bad news for the Chelsea fans, but yes, that's a news for you. And another one is during the 2008 Champions League. Well, Chelsea fans, for you, Chelsea ended up on the runner-up end of the Champions League, losing out to Manchester United. It was an all-English finals. Well, John Terry, he went on to state that he had been practicing the Panenka penalty for about 2 weeks before the Champions League final took place, and well, sad news that he ended up missing his penalty in the day of the final. Well, all those practice, I think, went in vain. Okay, but that was just on a lighter note. Sorry, Terry, for passing on this news, but well, okay, on that note, well, I'm sorry to say, but we all to you all, but I'm sorry that we have to bid you goodbye. All I have is a small gift for you before I leave. The gift is titled I Got a Feeling, and it will be delivered by the Black Eyed Peas. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. That's it from us this week. Hope you enjoyed our show. We'll see you next week, next time, same day maybe. And yes, adios, namaste.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money, let's spin it up. Go out and smash it, like oh my god. Jump out that sofa, let's get off.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out, and losing our control.
Fill up my cup, mazel tov. Look at her dancing, just take it off. Let's paint the town, we'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof,
and then we'll do it again.
Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and do it, and do it. Let's live it up and do it, and do it, and do it, do it, do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I feel tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up.
Let's live it up.
I got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it.
Smash it.
Like oh my god.
Like oh my god.
Jump out that sofa. Come on. Let's get off. Fill up my cup.
Drink.
Mazel tov. Look at her dancing.
Move it.
Just take it off. Let's paint the town. Paint the town. We'll shut it down. Shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll do it again.
Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and do it, and do it. Let's live it up and do it, and do it, and do it, do it, do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, do it, do it, do it. Here we come, here we go. We gotta rock, easy come, easy go. Now we on top, feel the shot, body rock, rockin' don't stop. Round and round, up and down, around the clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. Get with us, you know what we say. Party every day, party every day, and I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
स्वास्थ्य र खुशी जीवन अब बाहिर होइन घरभित्र छ। कोभिड-19